my sleepy and also sleeky companion Dunks. How you do, Dunk? You go blip. We are hot off the heels of Jim Bob Crockett Promotions' first ever pay-per-view, as well as a very chaotic Jim Bob Crockett Promotions. Let's hope things don't go as crazily here. I hope we get a nice, simple, cut and dry night, where some reveals about our first pay-per-view, Payback, will be made. Goodness gracious, great dunks of fire. Oh heck. Look at that, how exciting. Thank you for joining us all out here in the gymnasium in Bloomington, Illinois, for tonight's episode of Friday Night Fights. Now we are going to start the show off strong, but first let's talk about some things you can see tonight, including the quarterfinals of the Tag Team Championship Tournament. 8 teams remain. 4 will be eliminated tonight. Next week will be the semifinals, followed by the finals at Payback. Also, we see Kirby get a chance to put his money where his mouth is when he goes one-on-one with Abraham Lincoln. We will also see Jigglypuff take on Asahina to see who will be added to the Fatal 4-Way match at Payback for the first ever Broken Hearts champion, along with Sasha Banks and Kairi Sane. And last, but certainly not least, and also, like, in terms of when the matches happen, also not last, we will see Chad Gable go one-on-one against Victor to see who will be joining Darren Young in the 3-on-1 handicap match for the recognized character title at Payback. I will also have an announcement about the World Heavyweight Championship title match, but I've had some thinking. I gotta think about what I want to do, but I will have a decision by the end of the night. And I can also announce that the Dunks was angry. Thorin has decided what the next title match for his championship belt will be, and it will be a 6-man tables match. 5 people from Friday Night Fights, and it will be the same 5 that were at Backlash. Snorlax, Andre the Giant, who else was it? Aiden English, Sawyer Fulton, and the current reigning champion Grand Metalik against one person from Jacob's show. I don't know who it's going to be. It could be literally anyone. Now, originally this was going to take place at my next pay-per-view after this one, but that's a 6 weeks wait. And honestly, I feel so confident that one of my 5 guys can put someone through a table before Jacob's one person, then I went ahead and said, hey, let's do that match at Payback. Thorne agreed, so we are going to put this to the test. If I somehow lose, which I won't, I will lose any benefits I would have gotten from having the title since I didn't carry it over into the next month. Now, that being said, on the topic of Thorne's Super Sweet Championship title belt, it is time for us to hear a little word from the current reigning champion, Grand Metalik. Someone who I don't think any of us expected to walk out of Backlash with the title. I mean, Gesundheit, Dunks. I'm glad someone from my show got the title, but yeah, I really wasn't expecting it to be him. Though I should have. He's a fucking luchador and it was a ladder match. The reception you guys give me always makes me proud to be a WWE superstar. It makes me even happier to stand here and say I know for a fact that I am the best WWE superstar to come along in quite a while. I've been sizing up my competition in the back, and I can say with confidence that I can take on anyone and come out the victor. And that brings me to why I'm out here tonight. It's time for the boys in the back to be put on notice. Now, just because some guys in the back managed to get my attention doesn't change anything. I'm still going to continue on my path of success that I've been paving since arriving here, but that doesn't mean that I won't take a second to put anyone trying to stop me in their place. A man's accomplishments in life are a reflection of his willingness to do what it takes to achieve his goals. Maybe I haven't done enough, but now I've got my sights set on bigger and better things. So I think it's high time I put it out there and announce to the WWE that I am making an official request for a match in the main event at the next pay-per-view. There isn't anyone back there more deserving of a title shot than me. I've worked hard and paid my dues. Now it's time that I get what's coming to me. I deserve it, but more importantly, the WWE Universe deserves it. Make it happen. From here on out, the WWE is going to be a different landscape, and I'm going to change the landscape for all of you. You deserve a fighter. You deserve a ring soiled with blood, sweat, and tears from all my competition. Oh, that was the end of his statement. Alright. Well, he's not going to be in the main event, because I've got a world title to put on the line. However, I will keep in mind his request. And, you know, maybe if he walks out of Payback, the champion, I'll keep that in mind. Because, you know, it's I was surprised Grand Metalik won the ladder match. I shouldn't have been. He's a luchador. It's a ladder match. However, tables match at Payback, that literally favors everyone in the match except for him and Aiden English. Because I doubt Jacob's going to pick some small, scrawny guy for a tables match, right? Andre and Snorlax have a massive advantage. So, if Grand Metalik walks out of that still with the belt, I gotta really look at him in a new light, that he's truly proven himself around here. But that's at Payback. Right now, we are going to start with the first of the quarterfinals in the Tag Team Championship Tournament. Gotta freaking drink of water first. Let me be straight with you. I was short on time due to getting the haircut and everything yesterday. Because that took hours and I had to travel to go do it. So a lot of these tag team entrances are going to be generic entrances. You know, DeVeau, it's kind of intentionally generic because it's Dave. With the exception of the theme music, but I figured a bunch of generic tag entrances would be better than every single person coming out on their own and it taking 8 extra years. So just prepare for that. But yes, DeVeau, the first of 8 teams here tonight in the quarterfinals, starting us off. But who will they be going up against? Can DeVeau make it all the way to Payback? And their opponents, defeating the one-man army Rhino, it's Titus Worldwide. Now, Akira Tozawa and Apollo Crews will be in this tag team match with Titus at ringside. It wasn't last week, it was week 1. It was Titus and Apollo Crews. That's because Akira Tozawa could not make it that night, but he is back, and they have chosen to have Tozawa and Crews represent their team, which they're free to swap out, you know, Freebird rules. Even in the tournament, any 2 of the 3 can be in the match. I kind of love this entrance, because I didn't look at the entrances, right? It's just the entrance they have. But nonetheless, I don't want to say necessarily that Akira Tozawa is a step up from Titus O'Neil as one of the 2 people representing. But Akira Tozawa is probably a step up from Titus O'Neil as one of the people representing. Because, you know, Titus O'Neil, he's strong, he's not fast at all. But Akira Tozawa, he's super speedy, he's so fast, and can hit so hard that it's probably better than the strength that Titus O'Neil would offer. But maybe it's different. Maybe it depends on their opponents. I think with the basic team of DeVeau, they've made the right call going for Apollo Crews and Akira Tozawa. And here they go, Dave and Tozawa starting the match, and immediately a flatliner. I think he killed Dave right off the bat with that flatliner. Big punch, lots of punch. Is that kid in the front row levitating? No, he's just standing in the perception. It's weird. Big stomp from Akira Tozawa off the rope. Now he goes up middle rope. diving elbow, and Dave able to avoid. Oh, running neck breaker. That's something we see from Dave super often. As we now see the belly-to-belly suplex. Dave going up to the top rope. What is Dave planning here? Elbow drop to Akira Tozawa. We don't see a high-flying Dave too often. Big punch. And a back suplex. Dave now getting Tozawa right back up. Neck breaker. Devo looking for Frost. Hot tag to Apollo Crews. Successful as Akira rolls out of the ring. Oh, and Crews misses the knee. But he hits the second boot. And there's a flying clothesline that kind of missed as Dave kicks him into the ground. Now getting Crews back up to his feet. DDT. Both D's stand for Dave. Crews can't lose. But he better look out because he might lose when it comes to Dave's finisher. And Crews has been torn inside out into the pin. Akira Tozawa's up. 1, 2, 3. Hidevo just won. Dave single-handedly obliterated Titus Worldwide. Unbelievable. What an amazing showing from Hidevo. And, you know, it really is a real shame that happened to Titus Worldwide. But unfortunately, you just gotta expect that kind of stuff to happen from time to time. I don't know if it's because they swapped out to Akira Tozawa. I don't know if they just weren't ready, if they weren't expecting Dave to come out of the woodwork so hot. But one way or another, they slipped up. And now Hidevo is moving on to the semifinals of the Tag Team Championship Tournament. So it's time to sit here hitting the button, trying to Apollo Crews can't lose. Well, he did just get sent to another dimension by Dave's finisher, so I guess you can. Hate to say it, but it happened. Sleepy Dunks in the corner. But that's okay. Those things happen. Now it is time. We're gonna jump right into another tag team match. That happened real quick. Real swift. So we are going right back into it. Even though this one's going to take a minute to load. As it has quite a bit more custom wrestlers than the last one. It really taking like 8 years right here. I don't want to say anything about these two competitors because it's still a surprise as to who could possibly, because we know who's in the quarterfinals, right? But we don't know who's facing up against who. But it's time for us to learn who the next two facing off. Here in the quarterfinals. And of course, here they are, the Orphan Cripplers. They defeated. Who the fuck did they defeat? I actually don't remember who they defeated. I know they won, right? Like, I know they I'm not mistaken in thinking they belong here. Oh, they beat the Brothers of Destruction, right? Jesus Christ. They defeated The Undertaker and Kane to make it here in the quarterfinals. The Orphan, Crippler, Slenderman, and Venom facing off against, of course, the Wyatt family, having defeated Sanity last week. These two spooky doers face off. I assume the first time ever. I could be wrong. Maybe they fought off in 2K17. But none the less. It is time for them to go Bottle Rocket. What the fuck was I just saying? I was saying some shit about Bottle Rockets. I'm like, man, I'm fucking out of it. Either way. Them Wyatt boys sure are looking to make their way to the quarterfinals. Will they? Wait, they're in the quarterfinals. They've already succeeded. What do you think, Dunk? Orphan Cripplers or Spooky Bray's Spook Parade? Bray? Oh, he said Bray Wyatt winning. He actually says, where's Olmus? This is awesome. Can the Wyatt family put an end to the Orphan Cripplers who walked all over the Brothers of Destruction? Or will they fall? Rowan and Harper, of course, representing them once again. Bray Wyatt at ringside. God, I hate his fucking human hands. I need to get some gloves for him. It's disgusting. Big right hooks from Slenderman. Stomping down Erick Rowan. Getting him up to his feet. Big uppercuts. Oh, lots of repeated uppercuts. Spooky jabs into another uppercut. Slenderman definitely hitting hard right out of the gate, getting Erick Rowan up. Fall away slam. Oh, Slenderman distracted by Bray Wyatt. Bray trying to make sure his team makes it to the semifinals. Erick Rowan grabs Slenderman for the pump handle slam. Rowan looks extremely out of it. Big kick to Slenderman. Tag to Luke Harper. Harper now coming in for the kill-all, but Slenderman grabs and sends him into the corner. Oh, and fights back. A knee to Slenderman's gut. Super kick. Very close range super kick. And now just beating Slenderman's bald, shiny, faceless head into the mat. Goes for the big punch, but Slenderman reverses with one of his own. Oh, nasty uppercut. And he's calling for the death of Luke Harper, who gets up, but not quickly enough. Reverse STO. Luke Harper now kicking Slenderman to the ground. Looking to take advantage of the situation, dragging Slenderman over to his corner. Fantastic teamwork by Rowan and Harper here, working together, making sure neither of them gets too tired, and making sure Slenderman cannot tag into Venom, the powerhouse of the Orphan Cripplers. But what is this? Oh no. Oh no. Bad, massive hesitation suplex. And Bray Wyatt distracting Slenderman once again, allowing Rowan to again sneak up on Slenderman for the pump handle slam, but this time Slenderman was ready for it. Stomping on Erick Rowan's head. Big knee to his face. Slenderman, big kick to the gut. Snap DDT. Rowan's in trouble. Trying to get up to make the tag to Luke Harper. Slenderman not going to let it happen. Slamming his arm hard into the mat. Getting Rowan up. Oh, but Rowan reversing. This could be his opportunity. Arm drag by Slenderman, maybe not. Gets Rowan up. Oh my god. Tombstone pile driver to Erick Rowan as Bray Wyatt distracts the referee while Luke Harper breaks it up. Luke Harper. Oh, trying to take out Slenderman. Now he's trying to take out Venom. He's going to take out both of them. Swinging neck breaker. And Slenderman now ready to finish off Erick Rowan. Big stomp. That slender driver. Almost enough to do the job if it weren't for his teammates. Oh no. Choke slam. Nearly 8 feet in the air. Slenderman getting him up. No. Reversed. Shoulder tackle. Erick Rowan making the wise tag to Luke Harper so as to not get hit with another slender driver. And Luke Harper able to fight out of it. Might have been in trouble there. And out of nowhere, sit out powerbomb. Venom still laid it on the ground. No, there he is at ringside now. Big chop to the back of Slenderman's head. I thought it was the knockout punch for a second. It was not. Big punch. Oh, into a fuckbuster slam from Luke Harper. That's going to do some damage. Slenderman still yet to tag in Venom. And you have to imagine it's going to be all over for the Wyatt family if he ever does. Slamming him hard into the ground. Harper has him up. No, Slenderman reversing shoulder tackle. Oh no. Harper getting up to his feet and Slenderman has him. No. Reversed. No. Tombstone from Luke Harper. Slenderman going for the tag. Makes the tag to Venom. Oh, and Luke Harper in trouble now. No, he fights back against Venom. And who just throws him aside. What an absolute specimen clothesline. Stomping Luke Harper down. Bray Wyatt distracting Venom now. Trying to buy Luke Harper a chance. And it looks like he might have. Knocking Venom into the corner. Look, he was checking on his teammate Slenderman for a second there. Oh, what a dart! Into the middle turnbuckle. And Venom still fighting back. Not letting this get the better of him. Massive knee. Slenderman slowly getting up to his feet. And here we see the fuckbuster slam once again to Venom. Who gets right back up. Thanks to the help of Luke Harper. Spinning uppercut. Another punch. Trying to set up for that discus lariat. But Venom not going to let him. Just catching Luke Harper off guard. And using that rope to choke him out. Venom has him up the crowd. Going absolutely wild. DDT to Luke Harper. Into the pin. As Bray Wyatt distracts the referee. Venom, furious, going to finish off Luke Harper once and for all. Getting him up for that shitty Samoan driver. Looking Erick Rowan right in the eyes as he pulls the leg back for the pin. And Luke Harper kicks out. I don't know how he was able to do that, but he's powering through. The ref being distracted by Bray Wyatt. Discus lariat turns Venom inside out. Oh, I think Bray Wyatt just got ejected from ringside. 1, 2, and Venom kicks out. Bray Wyatt's been ejected from ringside. The crowd loves it. But now Luke Harper looking for a second discus lariat to finish Venom off. And I think Bray Wyatt did his job well before being ejected. No, Venom kicking out of 2 discus lariats. And now elbowing Luke Harper in the gut. Big headbutt from the Gator Man. No! Snap DDT failed as Venom throws Luke Harper aside. What incredible strength. And there's a DDT of his own, busting Luke Harper open. Erick Rowan tired on the outside. I don't think he's going to be able to stop whatever Venom plans on doing next. Northern Lights suplex. Big stomp to Luke Harper. Getting him right back up. Might be looking to kill this man. Backbreaker. Erick Rowan was calling for the tag. Venom definitely not letting that happen. He's got Luke Harper up. No, Luke Harper reversing. Oh! Divorce court. As Luke Harper able to make the tag to Erick Rowan. Hello, Dunks. Your Wyatt family's doing alright, but it's cutting it close. Bray Wyatt ejected from ringside here. Goes for the German suplex. Rowan not letting it happen. Running DDT.
His hopes of winning this tag team match are starting to dwindle.
As Rowan now stomps down on the face of Venom. Big knee. Oh, kissy boy. Kissy boy. Multiple headbutts from Erick Rowan. Maybe trying to bust Venom open just like he did to his partner. Oh, and Rowan's getting pumped up. Ready to finish things off. Going for a choke STO and now choking out Venom. It doesn't do much, but Venom throwing Rowan on the ground. Might have injured his arm there. As Venom now goes for the pin. 1, 2. Throw, and Rowan barely kicking out before the 3 count. The crowd going nuts for only our second match here tonight. DDT busts open Rowan. Both members of the Wyatt family are bloodied now. And this is where you have to imagine the end is near. What is he doing? Don't do it. Boston Crab Powerbomb. 1, 2. And the DDT stops him from breaking up the pin. As Venom transitions into the Boston Crab, but Rowan had the ropes. That kerfuffle was enough for Rowan to get out of it. Now kicking Venom in the face. Oh, but Venom still having none of it. Rowan fighting back with a headbutt despite being bloodied. Oh, now Irish whip into the corner. Slenderman having taken out Luke Harper on the outside. In fact, still not done with him. What is Venom planning? On the second rope, diving punch into the already bloodied face of Erick Rowan. And it looks like Venom could be ending it here. Another DDT. But Venom, exhausted, laid out next to Erick Rowan. That was the last of his energy as he crawls over to make the pin. 1, 2, 3. And the Orphan Cripplers just barely defeat the Wyatt family here tonight in what was an absolutely amazing showing. Choking. That is not the button I wanted to hit. Very unspooky music of them. It's because it's the default one. So now we know 2 of the 4 teams in the semifinals next week hit DeVeau and the Orphan Cripplers. One of those 2 teams could become your tag team champions. Goodness me. Goodness me. What a dunk. I'm sorry, Dunks. I know you really wanted those Wyatt boys to come out on top, but I guess it just wasn't in the cards. Maybe next time. Thank you. He gave me a kiss to say it's okay. As long as all Miss debuts. Where's all Miss? Now, last week, we saw a bit of an interesting situation in which Jason Jordan attacked his tag team partner Chad Gable backstage. Even though they were supposed to be in the tag tournament. He just jumped him backstage, seemingly no reason. He said he was going to do something to shake up the WWE, and I guess that was it. Now, Chad Gable got the better of Jason Jordan, able to take him out backstage in Triple H's office. And honestly, we felt bad for Gable. Gable didn't do anything wrong. Jason Jordan wants to throw away an opportunity. He can throw away an opportunity. That's why Chad Gable is going up against former World Heavyweight Champion Curtis Axel in the main event here tonight. That's not the main event. It's a co-main event. It's like the 6th match. But that's why that match is happening. Gable's going to get another shot at a title match at the pay-per-view since he kind of had his stolen from him. But on that note, we are going to hear from Mr. Irrelevant, Jason Jordan. Last male pick of the draft. He is going to speak his mind about what he attempted last week when jumping Chad Gable. Oh, Donker, kiss, kiss, kiss. Oh, Donker, give him a kiss. What an absolute sinister minister. Okay, it's time to get serious here. My tag partner and I have been through a lot together. We've fought wars together, and we've always come out on top. And I've got something to say to him, so Chad Gable, come out here, man. Very laxed way of talking to the man that you jumped last week. Quite the bold decision of words to try and call him your partner still, after all of that. But Gable has come out to hear what Jason Jordan has to say. These two men been through so much together. I actually have no idea if they were even in 2K18. I'm 90% sure they were, though. Nonetheless. Man, I was in the middle of playing one kick-ass video game, so I hope this is good. It's so hard for me to read you. I wish I had a strategy guide or something. That would make it so much easier to have conversations and know what's going on in your mind. God, what a fucking nerd Chad Gable apparently is. From day one, I've been waiting for you to step up and actually prove you have what it takes. And you know what? I'm still waiting, but I can't wait anymore. We're done here. I've known people like you my entire life. Whenever something goes wrong for them, whenever they fail at something, instead of accepting responsibility, they try to pin the blame on someone else. Well, I'm not letting you do that. I'll admit I made a mistake in forming this team, but I'll be damned if I let you pin all of this on me. This is on you, pal. We could have been great, if only your heart was in it. Unfortunately, it's obvious that it just wasn't, and I didn't have enough of it to carry the both of us. Well, it happens. So long, thanks for the memories. This is going to explode, I promise you that. We're on a real collision course, you and me, and I hope you're ready for what comes next, because it's going to change the face of the WWE forever. Absolutely amazing. Chad Gable proving once again that he is all three, ready, willing, and Gable for action. Now moving on from that little encounter there, we have another match, which is, of course, Abraham Lincoln versus Kirby. You know. We saw Kirby call out Abraham Lincoln last week. Say he could beat him up one-on-one. Didn't like the way Abraham Lincoln was handling business, jumping Batista and Ken Bone. Well, Abraham Lincoln defeated Batista last week, and now Lincoln is going up against Kirby. And I gotta be honest with you, I'm real confused about what to do about the world title picture. Because originally I was like, well, we'll see how Batista does. If Batista wins, he should maybe get a shot at the world title. Well, that match never happened because Abraham Lincoln interrupted. So then we had Abraham Lincoln go up against Batista, and I'm like, alright, well, maybe whoever wins this should get a shot at the title. You know, Abe Lincoln won, but it still feels wrong to take the title shot from Batista, who never really got his fair chance. Then Kirby's calling Abraham Lincoln, and now we got Kirby versus Lincoln. I just don't know what to do. And I told you I'd have an announcement for what the match will be tonight, and I'm still thinking about it. But I said all titles. We're going to have a very difficult time. I'm just trying to figure out how difficult I'm going to make it for Ken Bone as we jump into action here on Friday Night Fights. I'm choking. And there he is. Honest Abe Lincoln. Look at that stovepipe hat. You could hide 100 presidents inside that hat, Dunks. Do you know how many presidents that is? That's 100 presidents. Which coincidentally is the same overall attribute score of Abraham Lincoln. Dunks has learned a lot today. Clearly he's rooting for the Link Master. Honest Abe, you know, said he died for our sins and returned to Friday Night Fights to gain some gold. He's fought vampires. He's fought zombies. He's fought Dave Batista. And he's beaten at least one of them. I actually have not seen the Abraham Lincoln versus zombies or Abraham Lincoln versus vampire movies. 90% sure he beat the vampires at least. And now it's time for the man to make his debut. That pink puff Cheeto buff. Kirby. It's the name of the show. Kirby. It's the name you should know. He's more than you think. He's got maximum pink. Kirby's the one. 'Cause he'll come right back at ya. He'll come right back at ya. Kirby. But can Kirby come right back at Abraham Lincoln? It's time for us to find out here tonight. I'm gonna wave to the crowd. He's just happy to be here. Two men sizing each other up. Kirby looks like some chewed up bubblegum. But it doesn't matter. Oh, a massive right punch. Apparently giving Abraham Lincoln a stroke. As he continues to wrench Abraham Lincoln's head. Trying to do some serious damage here. Oh, big punch. As we see Kirby throwing him to the side. Getting him up to his feet. Oh, and a punch to the gut. And a knee strike. Snap DDT from Abraham Lincoln. Into the pin. One. Oh, it kicked out. Abraham Lincoln now. Elbow to Kirby's head. Going up on the second row. Big elbow dive. And Abraham Lincoln playing up to the crowd politely clapping for our 16th President of the United States. Kirby fighting back. Now, I would like to address something. Abraham Lincoln, of course, coming back from the dead to be here. And, of course, he was the best president, which means he immediately became president here in Universe Mode. Abraham Lincoln is the President of the United States. But there's a lot of stuff you gotta do as president. Abraham Lincoln has to make time to be out here for this title match. This isn't a title match. But also it's the Civil War driver. Civil War pile driver. Into the pin. Has Abraham Lincoln already pinned Kirby, dragging him center of the ring. Taking a bit long to do it. Into the pin. I just want to say special thanks to Darren Young for taking the place of Abraham Lincoln while he came and did this match. That's right, Darren Young not here tonight. However, he is President of the United States for the day. He's going to make America great again. Mr. No Days Off, running the country for these next 24 hours. Shout out to you, Darren Young. Love you, boo-boo. Abraham Lincoln now tossing Kirby over the top rope and punching him right to the outside. He is going right after Kirby. No, he's calling for him to get up. What is Lincoln planning? Diving clothesline. Takes Kirby out. Lincoln breaking the count. Kicking Kirby hard in the face. Got a bad cough, I'm sorry. As Lincoln just beating him up. Is he maybe looking for a count-out victory here? I don't think he expected anyone to kick out of that Civil War driver. No, he's just beating him on the outside. He's bringing it back into the ring now. And he plays up to the crowd. Almost got counted out for a second there. I think it was only like a 5 or 6 count, though. But scary nonetheless. And Kirby, knees in the gut. Maybe he shouldn't have taunted the crowd. Oh, but the right hook from him still takes it out. Oh, hammerlock lariat. And now, Kirby getting up to his feet, getting caught once again for that Civil War pile driver. Kirby's busted open. And I think Abraham Lincoln has just claimed another victim. Chalk it up to 3. Batista, Kirby, and the South. Abe Lincoln has defeated Kirby here tonight. There we see that DDT. That first driver. That second driver. That's the second driver. Fantastic news for Abraham Lincoln.
An amazing contest.
really showing his stuff here tonight. Big fist in the air.
Nothing more pure than picking up a win in a good old-fashioned one-on-one fight. What a match that was, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm gonna be fucking straight with you. Both in last week's match and this week's match involving Abraham Lincoln, a certain someone was supposed to run out after the match and attack. But apparently, they've decided not to do that. Because here at Friday Night Fights, I don't like my people getting jumped. But when my people do get jumped, I take action, and I will have you get jumped. I don't know where my mercenary is, but I guarantee you, he will be at Payback. Because Abraham Lincoln, by all means, has earned a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. He's beaten Batista. He's beaten Kirby. But I am not gonna let Lincoln get his hands on that title. I said everyone who held the championship and everyone who was going for a title was gonna have to earn it. And Ken Bone, that's gonna be true for you. Because at Payback, I'm not just giving you a shot at Payback against Abraham Lincoln. I'm giving Batista a shot at Payback against Lincoln. I'm giving Kirby a shot at Payback against Lincoln. I'm gonna give my mercenary a chance to take his payback against Lincoln, or else I'll get my payback against him. But that's not all, right? What is that? 5 guys? That's not enough. Lincoln is not walking out of there with that title. And that is why, at Payback, in our main event, Ken Bone will be defending the World Heavyweight Championship in an 8-man, 30-minute clusterfuck championship scramble. 8 men enter the ring. No one is allowed to leave the ring. First person to gain a pinfall wins the title. And with 30 minutes run out, Ken Bone retains. He has survived the challenge. Now, I've got 5 people right now, right? I got Ken Bone, Batista, Abraham Lincoln, Kirby, my mercenary. I need 3 more. And we'll decide those 3 as the time comes. We'll make some matches next week to see how things go. But until then, it is time for us to move on to our women's match of the night to decide who will face Sasha Banks, Kairi Sane, and someone else in a fatal 4-way for the first ever Broken Hearts Championship. Now, I already talked about this match last week. It was supposed to happen last week, but I moved it to this week since Sasha Banks got moved right to the women's title match for her actions against Jim Bob Clark Promotions. It is Jigglypuff versus Aoi Asahina from Danganronpa. There she is at Swim Swim Swim. The super duper high school level swimmer, Aoi Asahina. Very excited to be here tonight, clearly. And getting herself hyped up. She's been eating lots of donuts backstage. And is ready to battle here tonight against Jigglypuff, who has been furious that their match was moved from last week to this week, even going so far as to call out Sasha Banks. And you know what, if Jigglypuff wins this match, they can get their payback against Sasha Banks in that match. But to do that first, they're going to have to get through Aoi Asahina. Big chokes. And there Jigglypuff is. The J to the I to the double GLY. Puff. Freaking water.
are saying that these women are the top competitors in the division. Would you agree with
Goodness
that?
gracious, Dios mio.
It certainly is stacked right now, Michael. But yeah, these competitors definitely stand out when thinking about the top women in the industry.
Jigglypuff apparently believes they are a star of this industry. Believe they deserve to just have the title. But you can't just jump right to the title shot. You're going to have to go through someone else to do it. And these two are going to try and go through each other.
Singles action is underway.
And right off the bat, Asahina taking Jigglypuff into the turnbuckle and just beating her head in the turnbuckle. Surprisingly aggressive from the high schooler here. You know, an amateur wrestler, a professional swimmer, the best swimmer in the world. I know there are wrestlers in Danganronpa, but Asahina was the one that got drafted. Massive diving elbow drop from the second rope. I don't think Jigglypuff was expecting this kind of offense from Asahina. I think Jigglypuff was unprepared. Irish whip, massive clothesline. Into the pin. One. Oh, and Jigglypuff kicking out, dazed over what is happening here. Head scissor, which Jigglypuff is able to fight her way out of. Big punch into a pump handle backbreaker to Asahina. And it looks like Jigglypuff's finally decided to get serious. Irish whipping Asahina into the ropes. Goes for the drop kick. Asahina dodges. Big punch. Now, looking for a suplex, which connects. Asahina going for the head scissors again. And once again, Jigglypuff able to slide right on out. Snap suplex to the swimmer. This match brought to you by our sponsor, Soda Shack. Soda Shack, give me a smack and I'll shack you back. Soda Shack. Oh my god, double neck breaker to Asahina. Jigglypuff now up to the second rope. Diving splash. Jigglypuff, maybe a small girl, but she's still a big boy. Snap suplex once again. Jigglypuff, the first gender-neutral wrestler here in 2K18, here in Universe mode in general, I believe. As Jigglypuff slowly gets Samus with the feet. Ninja roll for Samus, who catches Jigglypuff. And I don't know what was going on, but Jigglypuff arm dragged her way out of it. Getting Asahina up, belly to belly suplex. Into the pin now. 1, 2, and Asahina kicks out Jigglypuff. Absolutely shocked. Calling for the finish here on Asahina. Oh no. And there's the lullaby.
Is that it? Is it over?
Putting Asahina to sleep. Into the pin. 1, 2. Oh, and Asahina kicks out, stagfaulting herself awake. The Sing could not put her down. Jigglypuff getting her right back up. Irish whip into the corner. Jigglypuff just strutting her stuff, and maybe she got a bit too cocky as Asahina reverses. Big punch right back into the corner. Asahina off the second rope. Flying uppercut. And Asahina hyping up the crowd. They absolutely love her. Now Irish whip into the other corner. Spinning Jigglypuff around. What is that? Exploder into the corner. Jesus Christ. Asahina up to the top rope for the Hope's Peak dive. Dragging Jigglypuff. Center of the room. 1, 2. Oh, and Jigglypuff bursting out of the 2 count. Jigglypuff can't lose her chance to get payback against Sasha Banks as Asahina goes right back to the top rope. And an amazing cannonball, just like she's used to doing in the pools. All but a jawbreaker from Jigglypuff. Catches her off guard. Big punch. Irish whip into the ropes. And the dropkick misses once again. Asahina just a bit too fast. And from behind, neck breaker. I don't know, that might have been a back breaker. Might even been a shoulder breaker. I'm not sure. Sliding baseball dropkick. Into the pin. 1. Oh, and Jigglypuff kicks out at 1. Fighting through as best she can as Asahina kicks her in the back hard. Snapmare. Into a headlock, trying to catch her breath, trying to wear Jigglypuff down all at the same time. Jigglypuff fighting back. Elbows to Asahina's gut. Trying to stir up those donuts. Jigglypuff still just strutting over to the corner. Full ego. Setting her up on the top rope. And Asahina kicks Jigglypuff in the gut. Diving Hurricane Rana. Now, what is this? Oh, amazing. Suplex there. As Asahina lets everyone know that hope is still alive and strong, but not for Jigglypuff. Oh, maybe so, though. Elbow, belly-to-belly suplex. Jigglypuff very clearly tired, going for the pin, trying to end this. 2. Oh, and the belly-to-belly almost ends it. Jigglypuff in disbelief. Getting Asahina up now. And there's the lullaby for the second time in this match. And I think that's going to put Asahina to sleep for good. 1, 2, 3. And Jigglypuff is moving on to the fatal 4-way. I am about to sneeze.
It's hard not to agree with you, Cole. It was an incredible victory. Yeah, I mean, a hard-fought matchup. And that's a great show of respect. Tremendous sportsmanship.
Wow, a surprising showing of respect from Jigglypuff and Asahina. Incredible. I guess that just goes to show Jigglypuff has nothing against Asahina. She just had to win that match to get back at her true opponent, Sasha Banks. Well, I mean, it's good to see that there's no bad blood against those two. I'm going to load up the next event. That is the wrong one. I'm going to load up the next event, but I'm going to turn off my mic as well while I blow my nose. So I will see you there in a second. Alright. I have returned from my deep slumber. As we see, it is now time to give someone a little bit of the spotlight. Someone who deserves it. That's right. Former 2-time Fight Master champion made it back to 2K18. It's THQ Man. Pumping up the crowd, thrilled to be here on Friday Night Fights. I'm glad you guys are already excited, because things are about to get serious really fast. Waiting for something to happen around here isn't exactly the WWE way, so tonight I'm making my point and I'm making it now. Lately, the quality of the competition around here has been sinking like the Titanic, and here I stand inside this ring without so much as an acknowledgement from management. You know what I say? Screw that. It's time they realize that the greatest talent on their roster is standing in this very ring right now. There isn't a statistic that you can measure where I don't end up on the top of the list. I'm the personification of perfection, and I welcome anyone to prove otherwise. If I don't get what I want, it's okay. I'm used to it. I had a jock big brother. Dad loved him, but I will promise to keep trying. You can't stop me, Dad. WWE Universe, together we can make this happen. We can make a difference. You hang with me and I'll hang with you. Let's keep each other's backs, and everything's gonna be alright. Why the fuck did I say books? You know what? I like the gumption of THQ Man here tonight. That's why THQ Man's getting tossed into the championship scramble at Payback. His debut match, it's gonna be for the World Heavyweight Championship. I'm excited to say that, to let you know that he's gonna be added. And I'll add him to the notes right now. I'm choking. I'm dying.
I'm so excited, I can barely see straight.
Now, I'm not sure what to do about those last two people. Considering a battle royale next week. Could also ask someone else's opinion on who should be added. We'll just have to wait and see. But now it's time for another tag team match, the third of 4 tag team quarterfinal matchups. Are we almost done? Loading screen ready? Allergies are horrible. The loading screen is very much ready. As we see the first of these two teams right here, that's right. It's the Rude Boys. I'll get all these people entrances at some point, probably by the next show. Doing my best times. Only so many hours in the day, and half of them are spent on Universe. Bobby Roode, ravishing Rick Rude, the Rude Boys, defeating. They beat Breck. Yeah, they beat the Brex Express. Right. In order to make it to this match here. However, they've got some real competition they're going up against here. That's right. They are going 2-on-2 against Coke Zero, Pepsi Man, and Aleister Black, accompanied by Daniel Bryan. They defeated the three-man band to make it here in the quarter finale.
Accompanied by Daniel Bryan at a combined weight of 501 pounds, Percy Man and Aleister.
So as I've already stated, Black and Pepsi Man representing them. Daniel Bryan at ringside. I believe that is the same thing that they did last time. And you know what? That's a strategy that worked for them. Will it work again? Possibly. Possibly.